What's up, y'all? It's Emile Ennis Jr. back here with Clevver News, and apparently the creator of Riverdale wants to do right by the Pussycats and is considering bringing them back onto the show. Alright, so if you've been keeping up with all the Riverdale news these past few weeks, you know that the show has been called out by its cast members for lack of black representation, and it seems like some changes might already be underway. Last month, Vanessa Morgan, who plays Tony Topaz, said, quote, "I'm not being quiet anymore. Tired of how black people are portrayed in media. Tired of us being portrayed as thugs, dangerous, or angry, scary people. Tired of us always being used as sidekick, non-dimensional characters to our white leads. Or only in the ads for diversity, but not actually in the show. It starts with the media. I'm not being quiet anymore." She also revealed that while she's the only black series regular, she's also the least paid. The show's creator, Roberto issued a public apology to Vanessa. He said, quote, "We hear Vanessa, we love Vanessa, she's right. We're sorry and we make the same promise to you that we did to her. We will do better to honor her and the character she plays, as well as all of our actors and characters of color." But Vanessa wasn't the only Riverdale actor to speak out about the lack of diversity on the show. Earlier this month, Asha Bromfield, who previously played Pussycat Melody Valentine on Riverdale, tweeted saying, quote, "Don't even get me started with how Riverdale treated the Pussycats. We had so much more to contribute than standing in the background and adding sass to a storyline. I stand with you, Vanessa." Rewind to last week when Betty Cooper herself, aka Lily Reinhart, went on Instagram Live with Asha, who notably hasn't been back on the show since season 1. At the time, many fans were confused why the Pussycats were written off, because even if their band broke up, the girls would likely still go to school with the rest of the other characters, right? Apparently not. Asha spoke about how she agreed with Vanessa about being tired of playing a sidekick role. She said, "I'm so much more, and black people are so much more than support systems. It becomes toxic messaging when we are perpetuating this idea that there's any less validity to my own life than yours. That my sole purpose in this world is to support someone who looks like you. It's so much bigger than Riverdale. It's a bigger conversation about how we are humanizing black people on screen in all capacities." And during that conversation, Lily said that she recently talked to the show's creator, Roberto, and he already had plans to make changes to the show in order to build upon black characters. Lily even hinted at Roberto wanting to bring the Pussycats back to Riverdale in order to, quote, "do right by their characters." She said, quote, "I talked to Roberto the other day and he said that he felt like he wanted to bring the Pussycats back to the show to do right by their characters. I think people are learning and growing and we have to give them a chance to make the adjustments." Lily also went on to defend Roberto, which she did receive some criticism for, given she's a white woman and some people thought it wasn't really her place.
Roberto prides himself on, he wants Riverdale to be spearheading a movement of a television show that takes what's happening in the world right now and actually does something about it.
But regardless, while some fans are excited about the potential of seeing the Pussycats back on Riverdale, we're not exactly sure what that would look like. In the IG Live, Asha didn't seem like she knew about any of this when Lily brought it up, so it doesn't appear to be anything official yet. Additionally, Ashley Murray, who played Josie of Josie and the Pussycats, is no longer on the show. She left Riverdale for Katie Keene, so who knows how they would work around that. Lily also didn't say whether the Pussycats would return in the upcoming 5th season or just down the road. So obviously this leaves us all with questions like, would they randomly just show back up at the end of senior year? Where have they been these past few years? Or would they maybe just join in after the 5-year time jump? As of right now, we don't have any answers yet, but regardless, fans have mixed feelings about the Pussycats returning to Riverdale. They are taking to Twitter to share their thoughts, like this person who isn't impressed with the potential decision, writing, quote, "Bringing the Pussycats back now would just feel unnatural. Like Roberto randomly trying to prove that he's not racist just because Black Lives Matter brought immense public backlash to Riverdale, not because he genuinely believes he should treat black characters properly." This fan agreed, writing, quote, "I'd only want to see the Pussycats back on Riverdale if they actually have a purpose. If they're only there because Roberto feels bad, then he can keep it." And this fan asked, like, we haven't seen Melody and Val in so long, like how is he gonna explain them randomly popping back up? And then this person even wondered why Josie and the Pussycats didn't get their own spinoff, writing, quote, "Why the hell did they throw Josie and some of her characters from her old cartoon onto some random character show and not make Josie and the Pussycats their own titled spinoff?" But other fans think there could still be some positives to bringing the Pussycats back to the show, like this person who wrote, quote, "I mean, yes, but he also has to bring in those storylines and improve somehow, and one of those ways is representation. So like, yeah, it might feel unnatural, but dropping them like a top also felt unnatural." Another fan tweeted saying, quote, "I would be excited to see the Pussycats back on Riverdale, and while it's definitely a little too late, it's better than keeping the show the way it is. The show needs some serious help anyway, and the Pussycats were awesome in season 1. But many others are calling for Josie and the Pussycats to get their own show, which we would also be very here for. And if you want more on what went down between Vanessa Morgan and the show's creator Roberto, click right over here for another Clevver News video. And be sure to share all your thoughts on everything we just discussed down in the comment section below. I'm your host, Emile, Jr., and I'll see you soon right back here on Clevver News. Bye, guys.